Okay, first and foremost, I want to ask everybody. I know Marisol, you've been to MSP training.
Nope,
Shelley,
I didn't
have
go
you guys-
with my daughter being in the hospital.
Oh, okay, great.
But
let's make
I'm
sure
going to do the May one.
You're going to do the May
Yes,
one.
I think it's like
there's-
on the 19th or something.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
So
it's
let's
already
get
on
you.
my
Let's
calendar.
get you in on
Yes.
that.
Everybody
Ben,
Last
yes,
week.
we talked about it.
Last week.
So everybody has. I still have to get with some of the other new people. So today, what we're talking about is contact spheres. Contact spheres are businesses and professions that naturally provide a good resource for you. So what I had given you, I've given you two handouts. I've given you a handout that it says about inviting visitors. It has a different title, but it's one really good way to start writing down for you, Marisol, even though we have a plumber in the group, say we didn't have a plumber in the group, that would be a good referral source for you. An electrician, someone who does developing, that might be a good referral for you. Title would be a great resource for you, someone in title in here. So what we want to do is we want to pack in enough people that gives us natural referral sources. Like right now, Edmund and I are actually, hello.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Have you seen that? Have you heard about this?
I've heard about it, yes.
Okay, this is coming.
Mm-hmm.
It starts May 1st.
Okay. It's coming in, do we order those?
Yes, you'll be able to order them. I'm not sure how they're going to be ordered. The person you're going to be working with on this, at least initially to start, is Gail Stolzenberg.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, I
This
know
is,
about it.
this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is great. So thank you, Ray. So another, okay, so like for Edmund and I, right now, we're developing a really great relationship. He's in Comcast business, phones and internet and business services, and he works with commercial property managers and tenants. Same type of people I'm looking for. So we're running out together and we're cold calling and doing things together. If a visitor today ended up joining, he does security, he does different types of security than I do, still a really great referral source for me. Having other doctors in the group are a really good referral source for you. So what we want to do, each individual person in membership, that what we want to do is we want to kind of stack people around us within the chapter that are going to naturally give us good business or natural business for us that you can pass back and forth. So I didn't make a copy of this because there was a lot of pages on here, but I will send it over via email. It's a contact sphere worksheet. And on this worksheet is you're identifying, and there's a whole bunch of categories. That's why there's so many pages. There's a lot of different categories. And it's just basic categories, general categories. You can always be more specific. But what we want you to do is you want to go in here and like automotive body shop would be Ray Lozano, okay? Auto detailing, we have Rodolfo. So it's giving a natural automotive contact sphere. It's giving a natural business service, CPA, printer, different, business attorney, all that kind of stuff is really good for business services. And even within that, they can make it even, more specific. So if we have a contact sphere of about 5 people in the chapter that naturally can give you resources, you are going to find an exponential increase in your bottom line, your return on your investment. That's what we're really looking for. It's a giver's gain philosophy. It's not, well, they can give me business, but can I give them business too? We just don't want anybody to come in here. So in weeks past, we talked about visitors. So a visitor is someone who can join the group, that will naturally join the group. A guest is someone that comes in that might not be able to join the group, but still we want to invite guests to come because it gives us exposure to all the other members in the chapter. So I'll send this out, and so we want to identify members that are already in the chapter that we can naturally do business with, and I encourage you to regularly have one-to-ones with them, okay? Just like Edmund and I, we're connecting at least once a month to talk, or actually literally cold call together, okay? Then on there, if there's a category or specific category that someone you want to have in the group, you might start wanting to identify that kind of person, asking people maybe in part of your introduction saying, I'm looking for an introduction to a title company or an escrow company or something like that. So we can all start listening to what would be a good category and someone, quality member, to be in the group with you, okay? Even those people who might not be early birds, we have plenty of after hours events. We do. So even though they're not members and they won't come in the morning, it's because they don't see value yet. They don't see the value in being a member. Invite them to Tobin's charity thing, Dining Divas, Studs and Suds. Invite them to go there and get exposure to the chapter in general so we can actually grow your contact sphere. When it comes to contact spheres, once we start getting a group of people together, some chapters, because you come in here and we have 50 plus people, right? It can be pretty overwhelming. But if you start meeting outside the group with, just like Edmund and I are doing, having separate meetings outside the group to enhance our particular core group, you're going to see our business start flourishing. We have very strong contact spheres happening right now, whether they know it or not. We have computers, we have physicians, we have general contracting, we have real estate, we have senior care now, which is, I haven't seen that in a BNI in forever. It's fantastic to have that. So as a group, we're getting business and giving business, but as a core group, you can really see your numbers rise if you band together, and because you already know how to network and how to get business in your own particular niche professional occupation. So this is what I want you to do for next week. I'm going to send out this contact sphere, 1 or 2 things or all the things that I'm asking you to do. Go through this and identify who's already in the group that's already in your sphere of influence. Identify that. Encourage you to have, or at least potentially schedule a one-to-one with someone, okay, by next week. Try to do that. You don't have to do this. The round sphere one, I'm going to show this. So this is good to do. This is also good to do simultaneously. So you're going to put in your profession and then you're going to write in professions without looking at this, people that would naturally give you good business, okay? Then pair this with the people who are already in our chapter. Then you're going to see the gap of where we can start requesting more members and inviting more guests. And I'm sure as a mentoring, we can go out and start maybe targeting Facebook, saying we want to invite an X category in here that would help you grow your business naturally. Okay? Seems pretty. So homework, fill out one or both and have one-to-one before next week with someone that you, or it can be a phone. Don't worry about, sometimes it's hard for us to get in front of each other, even if it's to get on the phone and say, I want to just kind of talk to you. I identified you as someone that we can really do good business with. I want to start seeing if we can have regular conversations, okay? So even if it's just a phone call, I don't care. Video chat, I love video chatting. So that's I think we need to start going to that so people can be at their desk or in our car, because Edmund and I are in our car like all day long. And sit there and just at a break, 10 minutes to have a conversation about, this is what I'm doing today. I came across so-and-so. I'd like to, this is what I'm looking for. Do you have anybody that might be able to help me in this arena? Instead of waiting a week or waiting a month. But I encourage you to do that as your homework for this week. Next week we're going to meet. I believe it will be our 8th week meeting. So if you've done all the 8 weeks with me after that, you can pop off and not come. But everybody else, you have to have a full 8 weeks with me. So your week 1, this is considered 1 week out of the 8 weeks. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Flip it off.